there, in today's video I am so excited because we are going to do a delicious and extremely healthy Costco haul for spring. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica, and here on my channel we cover all things mom life. However, everything we do here in my space does have a bit of a healthy twist, as I'm a holistic nutritionist and a nutritional therapy practitioner. So Costco is one of my ultimate hacks when it comes to eating healthy, especially if we're looking to do so with organic foods on a budget. You can get large amounts of unbelievable organic foods at such a discounted rate. So I often hear from people that the price of groceries, which has indeed increased, is a little bit further than their reach, or so they think when it comes to buying and purchasing organic produce and pantry staples. But I'm excited to go over all of my absolute favorite Costco ingredients that you can get at an extremely affordable price point. So we're going to get started as I do with all of my Costco videos. And if you haven't seen my other Costco hauls, I will link that for you up here in the cards. So we're going to get started with the frozen foods. And we did go yesterday, so everything has already been in the freezer. So I just quickly pulled out some of our absolute staples. I mention Amy Lou in every single Costco haul that I post because this is one of my weeknight staples. So if you're anything like me and your kids are heavily involved in spring sports, which tends to have taken over our life, as so it seems the last few months, on a weeknight it can be really hard to pull together a nutrient-dense meal unless you have done some significant meal prepping on the weekend. And that's where Amy Lou is such a lifesaver, because I know that I can put together some rice or some quinoa, I can roast up some vegetables, chop up some of the Amy Lou sausages, throw it on a pan, and get a dinner together as quick as possible. So I grabbed these ones. These are the Michigan cherry chicken sausages. We absolutely love these. They are a seasonal item. And that's another thing with Amy Lou, is so many of their products are seasonal, so you don't get sick of the ones that they have on hand. The next Amy Lou product that we got was the roasted red pepper and feta chicken meatballs. These are great in a minestrone soup. They're obviously great with pasta, and you can cook these in so many different ways. And the last time I went to Costco, they actually had this version of the Amy Lou chicken meatballs, and these are the Italian style. And these ones were such a big hit. I have no doubt that the kids will love these ones. The only one they don't particularly love is the pineapple teriyaki. I love that one, but the family doesn't love it as much as I do. These ones were a fan favorite. I used it in pasta. I used it in a sheet pan dinner. I used it in a stir fry where I just kind of chopped them up. And then I used them at the base of a minestrone soup. Such an unbelievable pack of meatballs if they have this one at your Costco. Otherwise, I'm really excited to give these ones a try. This month inside the Living Well membership, we are focusing on metabolism and being metabolically flexible and aligning with potential of releasing weight or losing a little bit of weight that may not serve us anymore. And so with that being said, I'm often asked about protein powders, and I have shared that there are a few different brands that I do like, but oftentimes protein powders unfortunately are filled with many unwanted ingredients. And as a nutritionist, I always focus on food first. If we can get adequate amounts of protein from our foods, like the chicken meatballs and sausages that I just showed to all of you, that is my number one preference. I also like to use lentils and beans and smoothies and ingredients where we wouldn't typically think to use these, where we would maybe use protein powder. And because we are focusing on releasing weight, I have been including a bit more protein in the recipes on the membership area over the last few weeks. So one of those whole food ways that I have been including protein into the meal plans is with organic Greek yogurt. And there are a few different ones that I love. I love the products from Siggy. I love the one from Maple Hill. That's the one we get at Whole Foods. It's so creamy and delicious. But the price point on this organic Greek yogurt from Costco, you cannot beat it. I've been using either a quarter a cup, a third of a cup, or a half a cup, depending on the smoothie. And those of you that are in the Living Well membership area, you can take a peek at the previous week's meal plans. But this is such a great way to add in extra protein. Also, you can make dips, because I know so many of our kids are having some of the raw fruits and vegetables that are in season. You can make dips with this, and you can also add it to any of your pancake or waffle recipes. So Greek yogurt is a definite must when we go to Costco. As I mentioned, we went yesterday, so I did go ahead and decant some of the ingredients, and this is just the single serve of guacamole. These are great for the kids' lunch boxes. They're great as an after-school snack. We are very busy with sports and activities, so bringing these with us with some crackers or some different raw vegetables to soccer and other sports has been really helpful. And so I just like to have these in the fridge at all times for the kids to grab. A Costco discovery that was new to me last summer because my best girlfriend made me the Jennifer Aniston salad and said she used the organic feta, which I didn't even know existed. And now it has been a staple in my kitchen for nearly a year. I have shared so many different recipes here on my channel using this organic feta. It is by far the best value. I think there's 3 or 4 of the bricks in here, and oh my goodness, this will last you for months, like probably a month and a half to 2 months. And the taste of it is unbelievable. It's made from sheep's milk and it is so rich and creamy. It elevates any salad that you make. You can make the most plain and boring and basic salad, use a little bit of this feta, and you will impress your entire family. I'm going to be doing some spring baking with the kids next week. Yes, next week. And so I just grabbed the 24 eggs from Costco. Typically I do grab the Vital Farms eggs from Whole Foods, but we were at Costco and this is such a great value, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of baking and you're trying out different recipes. Then it's a little bit less painful. If a recipe doesn't turn out quite as well as you would like, it's always a great staple to have these organic eggs on hand. This 3-pack of the English cucumbers is always a staple for us. I use them in salads, I use them in smoothies, I use them as snacks in the kids' lunch boxes, and getting a 3-pack is so ideal. I don't typically unwrap them all of the way. I will unwrap one at a time and wash and prep it, unlike other produce where I do it all at once, just because I do find that if you prep these too soon, they can go a little bit soft. So they are in like single serve packaging inside in their individual packaging, but then when it's ready to use or the week that I'm going to use it, I go ahead and I prep the cucumbers. They're so refreshing, so delicious, and they're so good in your smoothies and salads. Of course, we got a huge container of the spring mix. I do have the paper towel in here already, and then you go ahead and you put your paper towel in, you flip it over and store it upside down. That is critical, and then all of the moisture will fall to the bottom and your greens will stay good for over 2 weeks. If this container can last you that long, but it is such an amazing hack. So I do this immediately as soon as we got home yesterday. I opened it up and I put the paper towel in here. With these Costco ones, the plastic on the top, you have to be careful when you open it. It will rip easily. If that does happen, you can take everything out and put it in a large stasher bag, and it's the perfect fit, and put your paper towel in there. And again, it will last you for 2 weeks. Avocados are a staple in our home all year long, but definitely going into the spring and the summer. Fresh avocados in smoothies, on salads, fresh guacamole. Even though I did buy store-bought, we make a ton of homemade fresh guacamole. I like to make different salad dressings with hemp seeds and olive oil. We're gonna get to the hemp seeds soon. Hemp seeds, olive oil, half of an avocado, a little bit of honey and balsamic vinegar. That salad dressing is absolutely delicious, and the value for these avocados at Costco is so much cheaper than it is at Whole Foods. This is not organic. Sometimes they have organic avocados, sometimes they don't, and just the value of the ones that they have at Costco. I'm not sure if you've ever had grilled pears in the spring or the summer, but they are so delicious, and grilled pears on a salad with avocado, cucumber, and that feta. If I don't have you thinking about all of the delicious food that comes with the season, then I don't know what will. But grilled pears, pears in general, sliced pears. I love to bake pears and top them with a little bit of Greek yogurt, hemp seeds, and honey for the kids as an evening snack. They think it's pretty much ice cream when really it's just that beautiful earthy sweetness from the pears. So they did have this big bag of organic pears at Costco. It is more of a seasonal item. It'll be there now and then definitely again in the fall. So whenever I see them and they're in good shape, I'm always sure to grab a pack. It would not be a Jessica Spiers Costco haul without including the Mickey Mouse apples. If you go back on my channel over the last 4 years, you will see in every single Costco haul that I have a bag of these Mickey Mouse organic gala apples. There's a lot of reasons. One, because of the size. They are smaller in size. Oftentimes the beautiful organic Honeycrisp apples are so big, and my kids want to have their own apple. They want to hold their own apple. It's that level of independence. And of course, when we're talking about foods, I want to encourage that behavior, but the waste that would come with that literally makes my stomach turn. These for a few reasons. one, they're the perfect size. two, they're nice and soft for the kids to bite into. And three, for the entire bag, it is $5. So for all of those reasons, I'm always sure to grab these apples when we're at Costco. Beautiful, bright green kiwis are such a staple in my kitchen in the spring and summer months. I love them in smoothies. There are so many recipes that I have that include kiwis. They are rich sources of potassium and fiber, and I love to blend them up. Also for the kids, this is such a great snack. You can cut off the top, put the little kiwi in their lunchbox, send a spoon, they can scoop the inside out. My kids love to eat kiwis that way. It's a really great way to get fiber in. Also, when you're making fruit salads, they look beautiful in there, and it's such a great price when you can get the organic pack from Costco. As I was putting the produce away, getting ready to move on to the pantry staples, I saw these green beans, so we did cook them last night, so it was like half a bag, and it was tucked in the back. Typically, I wash everything, decant it, put it in different containers, but I wanted to do that with all of you. So yesterday, we just made about half a bag. I steamed them with a 1/4 cup of water for about 3 minutes till they're bright green, and then I drain off any excess water, and then I do go ahead and pan fry them with garlic, onion, a little bit of butter, and olive oil, and they're delicious. The whole family loves them. Ronan will eat these nonstop. So these are such a great staple from Costco. They are washed and ready to go, and you don't even really need to trim off the ends. So it makes it super easy to get these into your family. I purchased 2 bags of these organic sun-dried dates. I'm never, ever without dates. My obsession with dates began when I turned raw vegan like 14 or 15 years ago, and I used to make all kinds of raw date pie crust, energy bites, granola bars, you name it. I use dates in absolutely everything. And then when I became pregnant with my son, and of course my daughter as well, I consume dates on a daily basis because of all of their benefits to our hormone health, labor, and delivery. So there is a ton of benefits for eating dates during pregnancy. But now it is just such a staple in my routine that every single night I make either peppermint tea, lemon balm tea, Tulsi tea, and I have 3 or 4 dates, and it's just what I do. It signals to my body that it's almost bedtime, and it's just like a quick palate cleanser and great way to end my night on a sweet note. And then, of course, I still to this day use these in all of my different energy bite recipes. I have so many little energy bites. So having these dates for $8 for the entire bag of these organic dates, when typically a small container is like $14 at Whole Foods. So these are a Costco must. Buying your nuts and seeds from Costco is such a budget hack because they have these huge bags of organic hemp hearts, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, all of the ingredients that we use in our healthy baking, our smoothies, our date bites. These ingredients are organic and at Costco. So we were running low on hemp hearts, so I picked up a new bag of these. And then we have been obsessed with these 7 Sundays protein oats. As you can see, the bag was opened this morning, but these are so unbelievably delicious. If you and your family love like muesli or oatmeal, you will love these protein oats. And I know I said earlier in the video that I'm not a huge fan of protein powders, but listen to the ingredient list. Everything from 7 Sundays is so clean. They're such a trustworthy brand, but this has gluten-free oats, upcycled oat protein, so that's where the protein comes from, maple syrup, wild blueberries, cherries, cranberries, and a little bit of apple juice, flax seeds, coconut sugar, chia seeds, and sea salt. Those are the only ingredients, and it is 10 grams of protein per serving, which is about a half a cup. We have been loving these. They are so creamy, so rich, and delicious that next time you're at Costco, you have to promise me to pick these up. Next, the Siete grain-free Mexican wedding cookies are probably my downfall. I could literally sit down and in one sitting eat this entire bag. I am obsessed with these cookies. They are so delicious. Sawyer loves them. We all love them. They are so creamy. They're so delicious. They have such like a beautiful, rich, flavorful taste and feel in your mouth. They're definitely a sweet treat staple in our house, and buying this bag at Costco is way more cost effective because if you know anything about Siete, their products, they can definitely be a little bit costly, so it's better to get them when you are at Costco. And last but not least, these were a new one for us, and for those of you who have very small children, These are a game changer. They're organic smoothie melts and the ingredients are so clean. It's just organic mango, organic coconut milk, organic carrot, and organic lemon juice. So they were sampling these and Sawyer tried them and loved them. So lately I've been putting them in her lunchbox with like a little bit of a trail mix for her, or I've been bringing them in her soccer bag because they're just super easy to throw into her soccer bag and eat as is. That's what we did yesterday when we got back from Costco. So these ones are super clean and delicious, especially for those of you with smaller kids. I've just made myself an herb water. I am absolutely obsessed with making these little herbal pitchers. You saw I just refilled it. So every time I pour myself a glass, the kids or Kaya, I always refill the pitcher and keep it in the refrigerator for 7 days. And then at the end of 7 days, I replace all of the herbs and do it over and over again all week long. I love it, the kids love it, Kaya loves it. It's just a beautiful way to add in a little bit of extra hydration. So I'm going to sip on my water and take one of my magnesium breakthroughs before I go ahead and put all of this away and start washing and prepping the produce. So if you're a subscriber of my channel, then you know my absolute love for the Bioptimizers magnesium breakthrough. This product has truly been such a revolutionary part of my health and wellness journey over the last 19 to 20 months. So I take one of these in the morning, one in the afternoon, and 2 before bed. And if you go back through my videos and you look through the comment section, then you will see how much this product has not only changed my life, but the lives of so many of you in this community. If you are somebody who struggles with that little bit of extra energy in the morning, or you need a little bit of a relaxing boost in the afternoon, then I would highly encourage you to add in the magnesium breakthrough. So oftentimes we think of magnesium for sleep, and yes, there are forms of magnesium that do help your body get more deep, restful sleep. This magnesium does include that. However, what differs the magnesium breakthrough from any of the other magnesiums on the market is that it does contain all 7 elemental forms of magnesium in one convenient capsule. And that's why I'm such a huge fan of this product. So like I said, I take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then 2 before bed. It helps with my energy. It helps with me staying calm, focused, not stressed by the time the kids get into the door. Oftentimes as moms, we can feel as if that after school rush all the way up until bedtimes is our busiest time of the day, which most frequently it is. And taking my magnesium about 20 minutes before the kids get in the door helps me tremendously. So I love this little afternoon relaxation. In the winter months, this is typically a lemon balm tea. And if you're somebody who loves like an iced tea, you could brew your tea, you could put it into the glass pitcher with all of your different herbs and take that together with your magnesium breakthrough. But this right here is just such like an indulgent, luxurious, but I mean, it's just herbs and magnesium, but it feels like an indulgent, luxurious treat to myself when really I'm actually just helping my body perform over 300 bodily functions, which is what magnesium is necessary for within the body. So I'm doing so much for myself, but it takes little to no effort to do these things. But it is just these little treats and wellness habits that I feel like I include into my day-to-day routine that help me stay calm, peaceful, grounded, and just able to keep up and maintain my healthy habits. I'm going to get the rest of the pantry items put away, and then I'm going to bring back out the produce. We're going to wash and prep everything from our cucumber for the week, our apples, our pears. We're going to get all of that ready to go in the refrigerator because we know that prepping your food is 80% of the battle. And so if we have all of our foods prepped and in eyesight, then we will actually consume them. So we're going to prep all of the produce. Something I forgot to mention in my Costco haul that's actually a critical part to making our sleepy time gummies for our kids is the 100% cherry juice at Costco. So I do always buy this, likewise at Costco, and we are going to be making some gummies for the kids. So I get asked all of the time about melatonin and giving the kids melatonin and what to give your kids to help them sleep. We know that melatonin is indeed a hormone. If we use melatonin too frequently, then our body will actually not produce healthy levels of melatonin. Likewise, if we expose ourselves to too much blue light in the evening time, to caffeine, there's all of these different hindrances that can come with the production or the non-production of melatonin. If your kids don't love the taste of fish oil is a wonderful supplement to give to them later in the day. And I know that sometimes this can be a tricky one to get in. So what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a magnesium fish oil gummy for the kids, using my absolute favorite gelatin powder, some of these little bear trays to make our own gummies, and of course using our fish oil, magnesium, and our 100% cherry juice, which does indeed help assist in your body's own production of melatonin. So you can see that I've actually watered down the juice so that it isn't so much juice in the gummies, but you could also leave it fully as full juice and add in some honey if you want to sweeten it up a little bit. I find that the fish oil has like a lemon taste to it, so it tastes really good with the cherry juice, and I don't need to sweeten it. You can kind of play around with the different ingredients. We're going to bring this to a simmer, and then we're going to slowly start adding in our gelatin powder. This is very different than collagen powder, and this is what gives us that jello texture, but we don't want to bring it to a complete boil. Then I'm going to pour it into a Pyrex, and that's when we're going to start mixing in our different supplements because we don't want to do it on top of the heat. So you want to pour 1 scoop of gelatin over 1 cup of water, or you could use your juice until it blooms. So it's just going to hydrate and gelatinize, and that's when we're going to add it to our saucepan that's already been heating up of our juice. I like to do a 1-to-1 ratio because if it's 3 cups of juice, I do 3 scoops of the gelatin powder. If it's 1 cup of juice, I do 1 scoop. And we're going to kind of let it sit for a second and start to bloom before I start mixing. So as you can see, it has already become sticky, which is exactly what you want. And then we'll slowly, you can use a whisk, but I find the spatula is great because I can scrape down the sides of the pan. I like ours very, very gummy because that's the kids' preference. Okay, so now everything has fully dissolved, as you can see, and I've turned off the heat, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my Pyrex. So now is key that you let this cool for 3 to 5 minutes before you start adding in your supplements, because we don't want to scorch what's inside the capsules. I'm gonna do 6 magnesiums and 5 tablespoons of fish oil once this cools down. Something you'll want to do is to throw these on a tray because it is still like a liquid and these are flimsy. So you'll wanna pop these on a tray so that you can slide them into the refrigerator. It only takes a few hours, honestly, like 2 to 4 hours, and they are good and ready to go. So now this has been cooling for quite some time. I'm getting ready to use the Nordic Naturals fish oil, or I also have the Carlson's, but this one is a chewable, so I'm not going to be using this one. But typically I have this or the Green Pastures in a liquid form, and I'm going to open up our magnesium capsules. Okay, our gummies are indeed complete. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the refrigerator. One thing I will say to you is, I know it seems tedious to make the gummies, but honestly, you make so many of them. And you all know if you purchase any children's gummies, they can be extremely expensive, extremely expensive. So even if you just wanted to make these with like a little bit of lemon balm tea and you can mix that with your cherry juice, if that's your comfortability, that's a great place to start. But these, my friends, are such an easy way to get in some omegas, extra omegas, and magnesium into the kids. I'm going to go ahead and end today's video here, but I want to thank you all so much for watching. And if you like today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click. That way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here next Thursday.